You know, I don't care if it's pure stocks, Grand Ams, late models, or whatever. I'm always excited when we have a first heat on the racetrack every night. It's some racing. Been waiting all week for this. Had to wait all winter for last week. This is pretty cool. This is what it's all about. I.B. Benedict, pure stocks, coming to you right here, 99 Speedway. Pace car just pulled in. That pace car is brought to you by Acura of Stockton. That's an Acura Integra. Acura of Stockton's the right place. Coming off of turn 4, they got a green flag. Rover Dog getting a jump off of the John Medina car, the number 6 car of John Medina. Bag of Warrior biding his time, looking for a way through. Looks like the 47 car of Aaron Schenkel back there making a little ground. I don't think we announced Aaron Schenkel earlier in that lineup. I don't believe we did. Aaron Schenkel picking up a little piece of real estate over the 48 car while Oval Dahl shows them the way around the race course. Just a little hard outside turn 3. Brendan Mays gets it going. Does not bring out a yellow at this time. Oh, I see the black flag in the starter's hand. That's not good. Looks like Brendan Mays kind of falling a little short of the horsepower out there. Decides to pull it down on the apron and perhaps get it off the race course. Yeah, and out of harm's way as Orville Dahl leads the pack around. 5 down, 5 to go. 6 down, 4 to go. First heat stretching itself out as Orville Dahl shows him the way. Closing in on lap traffic, 15 car of Charlie Clausen out of Modesto. Orville Dahl overtaking the 15 car of Charlie Clausen with a commanding lead over the 6 car of John Medina out of Gulf. Guy Gabor being challenged by the 47 car of Aaron Schenkel. Off a far across the stripe. Looks like Aaron Schenkel takes 3rd place away from Guy Gabor. White flag flies. Still a commanding lead by Orville Dahl. 6 car of John Medina. And the 47 car of Aaron Schenkel crossed the stripe for 1, 2, and 3 respectively. A little racing action brought to you while we're under the yellow flags here. On the lap, This is your second pure stock heat of the day. This is the Mighty Pure Stock, Ivy Benedict Pure Stocks, not to be confused with any of those other parts stores. Well, a smoke show right off the get-go with the 41 car. 41 car of Stacy Greenmeyer exploding something. As our starter Nathan slows him down, get him regrouped, see if there's any precipitation on the race surface. Kenai Scantlin, still your pole setter. Coming around, they got a green flag. Little puff of smoke off the 74 car on the outside. Doesn't look terminal though. Possibly a little too much hind brake. Up high, making a nosebleed of the 10 car. Coming around, Kenai Scantlin still commanding the lead. And a little pirouette by the 74 car, not making contact with the 5 car, barely missing the wall. Gets it straightened out and headed down the backstretch. Big hand for the 74 car. That's not easy to do. Maybe a little bites could be appropriate for the 74 car. A little bit loose off of the turn. Rose Meads to the tower, please. Rose Meads to the tower. Kenai Scantlin show a little bit of smoke off the tail end of that 8 car as he takes on lap traffic. Negotiating that really well. The 75 car of Chad Holman of Stockton follows suit, along with the 67 car of Johnny Bird. Kind of a crisscross maneuver. Go to the pits, save what you got left. This is only a heat race. He'll probably make it back out for the A, B, or C main. We do transfer 4 from these races to our respective C, B, and A mains later on in the program. Attrition taking its toll. 5 car pulling in the race course. 5 car of Richard Harper. Now what's up with our leader? Kenai Scantlin, that little smoke off the tail end, taking its toll on him as well as the yellow comes out. Chad Holman and Johnny Bird. Around for the green, and Nathan says it's good. Chris Mays underneath the 67 car for the second place. White flag lap. Chad Holman, Chris Mays, and Johnny Bird. What a gallant effort out there in the 10 car by Amy Sullivan. Second heat for Ivy Benedict Pure Stocks.
Like Jeff Gordon, not win your first race. Yep.
Got to try to make it just as even as we can for these guys, bringing them around. They want to be evenly lined, seeing as how you got to back them all out and stack them all up. There's a guy in the back and a guy in fourth and a guy in fifth, and it's a kind of a handicap situation anyway. Want to bring them in under a nice tight formation, kind of like the Blue Angels. You guys have been to air shows and watched the Blue Angels fly. Well, this is what we like to see on a start. Tight formation, performance, and maneuvering by our pure stocks. And I think Nathan says okay this time around. A little bit of smoke coming off the 9 car. Mike Graham, Eric Graff, and Donna Treadway. Eric Graff getting a little bit sideways, see if everybody can get by. Yeah, they did. Oh, what a great catch. What a great catch, a great save by our pure stock drivers out there. Smoke show off the 7 cars. They try feverishly to catch up. No yellow as yet. '78 cars showing a little difficulty getting around the racetrack, but seems to pick it up. Mike Graham out of Manteca, California, your leader thus far, followed by the Killer Web Tomato 2 of Donna Treadway. Mike Graham encountering lap traffic on the race course. Negotiates it well. With a nice launch off of 4, still shows the way. Mike Graham, Donna Treadway, and Brian Clark. Later pulling in, looked like a little smoke was plaguing the 93 car. Window nets down. Wow, sidewalls off of 4. Not a problem at this time. New leader, the 43 car of Brian Clark, shows them the way around the racetrack. Great flag lap, Brian Clark, Jeffo, and Donna Treadway. There's your leader and winner out of Lodi, California in the 43 car. This time coming around, let's give him a hand. How about it? Out of Lodi, the winner for the 3rd heat, Brian Clark.
Good way to start the season. Clean race.
Sounds like a little pit action going down there. On the start, we got a green in the 11 car. Jumps out for the lead. That's Tracy Bowen. Followed by the 21 car. Tom Bowen, teammate. 97 of Danny Gabor up top. With Doug Lane underneath in the 28 car. Good battle for second place there. See how that unfolds off of 4. Downhill racing here in the 4th heat of the pure stock division. A little high outside, gets the jump underneath the 21 car off of 2. 97 car coming up through the ranks, challenging for that 3rd spot with Jeff Lovelace trying to take a little air off the spoiler of the night. The 97 car. Jeff Lovelace getting the 97 car just a little loose there in turn 2. Aerodynamics playing a big part of these pure stocks. Small amount of contact coming off of 4, not enough to upset the Alpha car to bring out a yellow flag at this point. Excellent, excellent piece of stock car racing up in the first part of this field. 6 lap down, the 11 car, Tracy Boland showing them away around the race course. Tracy Boland, Doug Lane, Jeff Lovelace, and Danny Gabor. 8 down. Make that 9 down. White flag lap. Tracy Bowen looking for his first win of the millennium. Could happen. And it does. Bowen, Lane, and Gabor. First, second, third. Tells them one more time around, give them time for a little more heat in those tires. Very, very important to get those tires warmed up, as these guys will blast off a turn 4 with everything they've got. You don't have 8, 10, 12, 15, 20 laps to get to the front or to stay in the front. This is all throwdown racing. When they come around there, they're going to find that long skinny pedal on the right-hand side, put the foot to the wood, and Katie Barr LeBeau. Lot of action coming to the stripe. Yeah, lights on. Obviously, John Moreland not happy with that start. Can't see as I blame him. How's the tri-tip tonight? You guys had tri-tip yet? Or is it? It's good? Okay. Beer cold? Where's the coldest beer here? To the left of the 50-yard line at the beer booth, or the stand under me, or what's the deal? Oh, I got to go back to work now. We got to talk about racing. Trophy dash for Great American Modified. Coming off the turn. Hopefully this time they'll come across the line. No! We are racing. Battle for first place up there. Three-way battle could be off of four. The four car getting the lead on the first orbit around that dash. Four car jumping out with a commanding lead is the 91 car of Steve Stacy, and the 57 car getting a little close coming off of four. One lap to go, still in the catbird seat, the number 4 car, Greg Williams. Greg Williams, out of Series California, takes the checkers. Followed by Steve Stacy and the 57 car of Victor Ganella out of Petaluma, California.
I thought we were both going to be in the wall before that start was over with. Alright. Not too bad. I've got to fix it a little bit for the main. Not right yet. We got that.
Oh, that's a little premature. A 3-car trophy dash for the Pro Stocks. 3 cars. Easier to count that way. Scott Chappell take a commanding lead over Kerry Treadwell as he comes up underneath on turn 4 for a challenge. Could be a horse race here. Charlie Crawford coming up and helping him through. Looked like they were drafting partners out there just for a minute. Kerry Treadwell, Jerry Crawford teaming up to slide by the 15 car Scott Chappell. One lap to go. Treadway, Crawford, Chappell. Chappell's car going high in the turn. Looks like there's a loss of power out there with Scott on the back stretch. Treadway, your winner, followed by Jay Crawford. Both the boys out of Stockton, California. Give them a big hand. They deserve it.
We both got a dash tonight. Congratulations. Yeah, you too.
Ron Jr. jumps out there and doesn't please the starter guy. Starter guy says one more time, get it right. These guys know what to do. They've been there before. Up there on the pole trying to fake one another out. Exciting start as they come out for 4. Here they're already taking the lead over Ron Stramiska Jr., followed by Jeff Boletto. A little bit of close racing off the 4. With the 74 and the 90 car. Taking a little bit here off the spoiler of the 74 car. They get off of turn 2. Approach turn 3. You can't even call it this fast. These guys are hauling. Well, they're going real fast. like we lost one in the meantime. Jim Pettit of Salinas pulling off the racetrack. White flag lap for Harry Mileto, followed by Ron Stramiska Jr. Real close going into two. There you have it. Harry Mileto out of Manteca, California, followed by Ron Stramiska Jr. out of Manteca. And in the background there in the 6 car, son Jeff Mileto. I got to go down there and do that again? One more time, okay. Well, at least that way the clock will work. It's killing me up here, okay. On the pole for tonight's Pure Stock Trophy Dash. Yeah, looks like they're going to have to practice that start again. That's okay, because I can practice announcing them again. On the pole, out of Lodi, in the 43 car, that's Brian Clark. On the outside in the 75 car, from Stockton, California, Chad Holman. Second row inside in the number 4 car, Orville Dahl. Followed up by the 11 car, that's out of Valley Springs, California, Tracy Bolin. And they're off to a start. What a battle from the second row. Orville Dahl come up there to challenge our leader for that number 1 position. Looks like he slides underneath him in turn 1. Successfully pulls off the pass going down the back chute. Single file across the stripes. Looks like Orville Dahl is counting the laps down to this first victory, this first IB Benedict Pure Stock Trophy Dash. 1 lap to go. 75 car just a little low off of 4. Orville Dahl taking the checkers away from the other guys in tonight's Pure Stock Trophy Dash. A great effort, first time out, beautiful car as usual, a little different look, but you can't mistake that 74 number. It's a good one to have up front, it works. Once again, congratulations, you got something for him for later?
Well, I think so. We're going to try to stay out of trouble and be there at the last lap. That's the name of the game.
Kind of world standard here at Stockton 99. You've been here, done that. Once again, good job. Thank you. Harry Mileto, Modesto, California. We have a lovely young lady, tonight's trophy girl, none other than Jennifer Canetto. Hi, Jennifer. How are you? Here with the X-Side battery sign and our starter John Moreland, Jennifer Canetto. How are you? Good to see you. Buddy of yours, Mike Rika, says hi, and if I ever made it down here, Mike says, tell Orville I said hi.
Okay, great.
Recognize the name?
Mike who?
Mike Rika.
Oh, Mike, yeah, he's one of my ex-students.
Yeah, and he's still out of jail, not in prison or anything. You've done something right, Orville.
We did it all right with him. He's a good fellow.
Yeah, and he happens to be my brother-in-law as well. Orville, you did a heck of a job first time out of the box. You guys are a lot of fun to race. to watch race. It's a lot of fun to call you guys from up here. I'm kind of new at this and still trying to stumble through, but as long as you stay up here, it's a familiar face, and you can make it real easy for me. Just keep up the good work.
Thanks. I'd like to dedicate this win to my crew chief, Gene, who's had some rough luck over the winter, but he's sitting over here now, and this one's for you, Gene.
There you go, Gene. This one is for you. Our lovely trophy girl, Jennifer Knittel, will present you with that beautiful, beautiful plaque supplied by Subway sandwiches. Good job, man. Hey. We will have a couple of transferees out of this race up to the B main, which still could let those guys go from B main to A main. Just keep an eye on these guys. Off the turn. They got a green flag. '15 car, Charlie Clausen taking the lead, but threatened underneath off of turn 4. The 26 car. Gary Ayers challenging for the lead and overcomes the 15 car of Charlie Clausen, which is now your second place competitor out on that racetrack. Mike Graham going up, taking a little bit of air off the spoiler of that 94 car, Brenda Mays, bringing out a yellow. Your leader, Gary Ayers, out of Stockton in the 26 car, bringing him around. Going to set the pace. Looking extremely nice as they come off the turn. They got a green flag. They're racing. 15 car, Charlie Clausen jumps out there momentarily to be challenged once again. Oh, what a problem on the back stretch as we have contact between the 26 car and the 93 of Mike Graham. Another slight problem in 4. No yellow as of yet. Look like everybody's underway, under their own power. Rearrange some of the sheet metal on the race cars. However, momentum seems to be at a premium, at least with the 15 car of Charlie Clausen and Modesto. Charlie's followed by the 78 car of Chevy Collier out of Stockton, California. With the 68 car of Ray Bird in the third spot. 5 down, 5 to go. Mike Graham takes a look on the inside of the 26 car of Gary Ayers, successfully makes the pass and runs down the 68 car. Mike Graham leaning heavily on the 68 car of Ray Bird of Stockton as the 78 car does a pirouette in turn 2, not bringing out a yellow as yet. Dusting off the racetrack. The lower portion thereof. Mike Graham on the outside takes a look. Just can't quite pull it off from there. Shrapnel coming off of that gray car, the 78 car. Just a piece of shrapnel. Perhaps that'll bring out a yellow or a black flag, perhaps. Yeah, starter Nathan takes a look at it. Just a flesh wound. Those bumpers are cabled in and good for a few laps around the racetrack before they completely lose the vehicle of which they're attached. That's one way to get a little bit of low unsprung weight on the race cars. You want the weight as low as possible And if possible, you want it unsprung. That's definitely unsprung. Just a couple laps to go. As the leaderboard shows the number 15 car of Charlie Clausen as your leader thus far. Charlie approaching the 78 car. Hoping that bumper doesn't fall off and land in his lap. Checkered yellow as Nathan brings it out for a little safety purpose there. Good call on our flagman's part. Keep these guys from getting hurt. Your winner, the 15 car, out of Modesto, California, that's Charlie Clausen. Followed by the 26 car of Gary Ayers. And the 68 car, Ray Bird out of Stockton, California.
It started, wasn't it? I can't believe it. That's bizarre. What are we going to do now? That's just secret real big ass party. Am I doing what I'm supposed to? This is my little brother. Look into my eyes. Edit that.
Out of Ripon, California, that's Jason Fisher. Out of Manteca, California, in the 38 car, that's Joe Hilton. In the 60 car, out of Modesto, California, let's welcome Darrell Moen. And in the 8 car, that's Kerry, out of Stockton, California, Treadway. Kerry Treadway. In the 0 car, out of Stockton, California as well, put your hands together for Jerry Crawford. And in the 15 car, all the way from Lodi, California, let's welcome to Stockton 99 Speedway, Scott Chappell. And in the 4 car, Jason White comes from Lodi, California. Out of Clements, California, in the number 1 car, that's Johnny Burnt. Starting on the outside, front row, in the 57 car, out of Lodi, that's Mike Garcia. And your pole setter tonight for this first pro stock race out of Lodi, California, that's Mike Moniz. Scheduled for 25 laps of racing, row stock action, coming to you through our weekly series, our Exide Battery Racing Series here at Stockton 99 Speedway. A gray Toyota, license number 1HF E796. And it looks like we're going to go racing this time around. And the whole power 2MX F685. Report to the tower, you need to move your cars. All these cars are parked behind. Well, a little bit of excitement off the front. Mike Garcia showing him the way around as the 4 car goes a little bit low going into 3. Jerry Crawford smoothly making his way out of that pack. Scott Chappell in the 3rd place, now followed by Jason White. Kelly Treadway taking a look on the inside. taking a look on the inside. Doesn't quite pull it off, just gets in there. Tries to make him a little racing room. Gingerly pulls up alongside the 4 car for a drag race down the backstretch. Jerry Crawford taking the lead over the 57 car of Mike Garcia. Scott Chappell following suit. Joe Hannell, Kerry Treadway, and Jason White as Treadway moves past Jason White, getting a little hard through the turn, passing the 57 car for the 3rd spot in our racing action. One-half contact with the 15 car of Scott Chappell, your 2nd place runner. Doesn't seem to be affecting the handling at this point. Kerry Treadway challenging for 2nd place. Into turn 1, gonna be a horse race off of the turn 2 down the backstretch. Kerry Treadway outpowering the 15 car into the turn and pulling it off nicely off of turn 4 to run down our leader, Jerry Crawford. Still plenty of time left in this 25-lap main event or pro stocks. Anything can change. And often does here at Stockton 99 Speedway. Although Jerry Crawford looking very strong in the early going of this main event. Treadway smoking the tire off of turn 4. Feverishly trying to catch up with the leader, Jerry Crawford of Stockton, California. Kerry Treadway trying to close the gap on Jerry Crawford out there with a comfortable lead. Jerry Crawford running down the 34 car of Jason Fisher. Looks like Jerry will have to maneuver some lap traffic, which might slow him down, but not likely. He will ride Jason Fisher like he was standing on jacks. Kerry Treadway overtaking lap traffic as well. Jason Fisher giving him plenty of racing room, not a problem there. Laps down, 5 to go. Jerry Crawford still shows the guys the way to run. The racetrack is behind him. In turn 1 as the run car of Johnny Burnt gets a little sideways, not bringing out a yellow. Looks like this thing could go non-stop, wire to wire. $23 down, 2 to go. Do the math. Here's your leader. That's Joey Crawford out of Stockton, California, followed by Treadway, Kerry Treadway, Scott Chappell. And we'll see how this thing unfolds as they come around to take the surrender flag. Give it up, guys. This could be all over. Your new Millennium winner, first time out, Pro Stocks, in the zero car, Joey Crawford. Get your hands together. I'm sure he can hear you now. If he can't hear you, he can see the activity. Clap, clap, stop, turn 1. Yeah, you got it. You're getting better.
Good job, Jerry. Yeah! Hey! All right. Yeah, first race. What's up, Captain? Fucking ran away with it. Yeah, keep the carburetor off. Stay away from the radiator. Hey, everybody, get away from the car. Maybe I shouldn't have put that water in it.
And in the 7 car, that's Eric Grafe out of Galt. Thank you very much. And in the 35 car out there, it looks like Dennis Farmer out of Stockton with the 15 car of Charlie Clausen out of Modesto and the 26 car as well. Stockton, California, Gary Ayers, your B-main for Pure Stocks. That's the IB Benedict Pure Stocks. B-main event. Stephen Hall early on in the 3 car, jumping out there for the lead. This race scheduled for 15 laps as the 74 car gets a little sideways, causing a little problem up there in turn 2. A little contact off of 4 with the 37 car of Joey Stearns and the number 5. The only yellow lights I see so far are the ones on the pace car. We're still racing under green. As we have a situation up there in turn 1 and 2. The rest of the field are making it by nicely. Good job done by all thus far. Well, our first yellow of the race. And once again, the top 4 crossing the stripe will transfer to the A main event for Pure Stocks. Top 4 will transfer. Here we go, off of 4, long skinny pedal to the left. '27 car doing a wonderful job taking the lead away from your number 3 car. . '27 And a pirouette by the 35J car coming off of 4. Does not bring out a yellow. We had some skill in driving back there to avoid all that. That was a wonderful piece of work. Like to see you try that out on I-5 on a rainy day. Yellow flag on the racetrack as the number 5 car sits on the back stretch disabled and with a little bit of steam coming up. Could be some precipitation on the race course. Our safety crew will get out and check it out, make sure that it's safe. From all indications, we're going to go racing next time around. Oh man, Alpha 4 looks like a... The 27 car got the jump on the 3 car. Show him the way to that first turn. Little smoke off the 8 car, Kenai Scantlin. Nothing to be concerned with at this time. A little bit sideways as Kenai shuffles down the back chute. Slight problem in turn 4 as the 21 car does a pirouette. No heavy contact. Smoke show coming off of 4. No yellow flags yet. As the 35J pulls off into the grass, we'll probably expect a yellow flag soon. However, with 11 laps down, only 15 scheduled, this could be one of those checkered yellow situations. It's all up to our starter, John Morley. 27 car coming around turn 4. I don't see any lights on. .35 car making its way off the racetrack. Could be out of harm's way. We could finish this thing in its entirety to the 15th power or 15th lap. Coming around. Oh, it's Kenai Scantlin. Takes a look on the outside of the number 3 car going into turn 1. Alpha 2. Will he do it? Doesn't look like it at this time. Joe Stearns coming in there running the real estate. Wants that 3rd place spot. Off of the turn in the 27 car. It's Mike Robinson, followed by the number 3 car, Stephen Hall. Still up for grabs, I think, is that number 3 spot between Joe Stearns and Kenai Scantlin. Those guys are racing buddies from last year. A little bit high with Kenai Scantlin coming off the turn. Let's see what John said. Oh, photo finish. Oh, photo finish. I'd hate to be the scorer on that one. A gang effort by the 2 guys out there in the 37 car and the number 8 car. Great race, not to take anything away from your winner in the 27 car, Mike Robinson.
Yeah.
Make sure I got the right person.
What's that?
Make sure I got the right person.
Yeah. Buddy, good job. Loose. A little loose. Here, pull me. Finally. I know.
All right, looks like we're ready to get underway in the 22 car out of Stockton, California. I believe that's Sharon Riley. I got one right. How about that? Out of Sacramento in the 16 car, that's Eric Clark. In the 9 car, out of Stockton, California, looks like Jeff Thomas. All the way from Turlock, California, in the number 36 car, that's Larry Hoger. In the 58 car, out of Stockton, California, that's Fred Clement. Having a little trouble with the 47 car, but we got him out of Sacramento. That's Jason Botsford. Next to Jason in the 7 car, out of Manteca, California, that's Jerry Bogus. And the 25X car, out of Modesto, California, Charles Pereira. Starting next to Charles in the other 25 car, out of Benicia, that's Barry Calouette. In the 88 car, out of Ceres, California, welcome Tom Burkett. And in the 40 car, starting next to Tom, out of Stockton, California, Aaron Young. Let's make welcome out of Lodi, California, father of tonight's trophy girl, that's Robert Knittel. And out of Stockton, his mom's in the back, that's Sharon Riley. In the 22 car, the other 22 car, that's Darren Alterman. In the 13 car, out of Stockton, California, welcome Sean Wenzel. Next to Sean in the number 1 car, out of Sacramento, California, that's Jason Philpott. Next to Jason, your Trophy Dash winner for tonight in the Grand American Modified, out of Ceres, California, let's welcome Greg Williams. Next to Greg in the 57 ride, out of Petaluma, California, let's welcome Victor Ganella. Out of Stockton, California, in the 91 car, that's Steve Stacy. Last week's main event winner and still champion, that's Tony Silva. In the 98 car, out of Stockton, California, put your hands together for Danny Canasoto. Just ahead of Danny in the 75 car, he's out of Modesto, California. Let's welcome Eddie Wilcox. And on the pole for tonight's action in the 23A car, that's your champion from last year. Let's welcome Mark Roach. 30 laps scheduled for tonight's activity here in the Grand American Modified main event. I've been told where to go many a times by the officials out there. Coming around for a green flag, we're racing. Championship star shows them a way around. As Matt Welch encounters lap traffic, Sharon Riley. In turn 2 as Eddie Wilcox in the 75 car brings out the first yellow. 6 laps down, about 24 to go, the way I got it figured. Richard Petty to the tower, please. Richard Petty to the tower. April Fools. Off the turn,